And there we go. Good evening, everyone. Still getting set up over here, but we're almost set up on this Tuesday night. So I want to grab my friends, and we will indeed get started with 4 more vessels. Stay tuned, everybody. It's going to be a wild one. Almost there. Almost there. Yeah, that's fine. Survivor Shack. Alright, let's do it. Ah, shoot. To the content set! Hey, Chris, good evening.
Hey,
How's it going?
good.
Hey,
Ready for
excellent.
more Slay the Princess.
Yep. Bad news, though, to start things off.
Oh no, what happened?
Fridge is kaput again. So,
Darn.
yeah, thought I fixed it. Ended up only being a temp fix, so I'm almost convinced it's a relay issue. So, I'm going to need to get some expert eyes on this and just fork out the cash, because this is an essential item. I can't really do much stuff without it.
Refrigeration. Who needs it? Just find a running river and stick the items you need to keep cold in a shallow part.
Yeah, shame it does not work that way. Alright, so where's everybody else? I thought they were ready. I shall poke them in a bit. Oh! There is overgrowth. You are really soft. I'm raising you up. Also, just vibing to the prisoner music right now is good. A lot of this track is good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I have most of it on playlists because it's awesome.
Oh no, we're not going to creepy prisoner 3. Nope. We're gonna go to the gray. This is better. Ah yes. Much better, Muzak.
Are you in the gallery?
No, I'm just on YouTube.
Oh.
But don't worry, like, I haven't really seen anything weird. It's like it's just stuff I recognize early in the soundtrack. All the level 2 stuff.
No, that was fine. I was just like, if you're hopping around, is it like, I was like, are you in the gallery? Because the gallery plays the Song of the Princess.
Oh no, I'm just on YouTube, but I should change that. Let me just boot the game and get this started already.
Boot the game. Start the game.
That's right. Get on with it.
Start the damn joust before I piss myself.
All right. We're booting. We're grooving. I am going to poke our classical jerk friend over here.
Poke.
Also, what's with the avatar? I like it. It's new.
Mine?
Yes.
It's a silly little Danganronpa guy.
Really? Squints. Oh my gosh, it's freaking Kokichi. I just read. Why does it look so goober and cute? What is this?
Look, he can be a little goofy goober. Just don't mind all the other stuff. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it. Yes, don't look at the lies.
Have you played V3?
Chris,
What?
have you played Danganronpa before?
Oh no, I know nothing about it.
Ooh, Zeus, have you?
Yes.
I can't.
Yes.
Yeah, so you know about the silly little guy.
Oh, I do. It's just one of those guys where it's a complicated relationship. Like, I love how he reflects the
I
themes in the
love
game,
him.
But oh my god, he's such a gremlin and annoying about it. Just want to punch him sometimes.
But he's so fun. I love every moment he's on screen.
Yes. Okay, so
Hi, Flair.
mic check for Flair. Hey, Flair.
Hi. How's my microphone this week?
Clean. Very clean. Okay. Memories. We're game planning over here. We are indeed game planning.
Did we
boy.
finish a run last time?
We finished with the dragon! The dragon girl! Look at her!
How can you forget the best vessel?
Look at her! Okay, so the hints. So, unfortunately, I can only get one of these two tonight. That's fine.
No, you can. Well, yeah, because we're still in the previous run, so yeah.
Yep. And then these two are tied to these two up here, right?
Yep.
Okay. She is tied to just the beast?
Correct.
Yes.
And can you click on the wild next to her?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Does it change?
No, click on it, I'm saying.
I didn't get much from the wild.
Yeah, you only got one version, because there's two versions of the wild.
If we have time, maybe I can sneak some other things in.
Just like there's two versions of the gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll possibly see both versions.
So I have, this is damsel only.
Yep.
And then these two are related to these two.
No, the one on the right is related to prisoner only, and the one on the left is the other one you can get from Witch.
Oh, witch.
Yeah, the
Stranger doesn't go
have-
anywhere, just like the Razor.
Got it. Okay. So looks like I think I'm gonna pay visits to the tower so I can attempt to get this one. Then I want to focus on exclusive vessels.
All right.
Do you
Can
want us to
definitely
guide
guide you.
you, or do you want like,
Guide,
to-
start to nudge me if I don't get it, but I'm gonna try and figure it out.
Well, you have to
Okay.
give us time to nudge you then.
So I'm going for
Do
this
you
one.
want us- So you want to go for that one, or do you want us to let you go naturally to either of the tower's counterparts?
You know what? Screw it. Because I have a choice, we'll see what happens, and you can tell me
Okay.
afterwards. Sound good?
We'll just nudge you to not get
Dude.
the tower chapter 2 again.
Yeah, the ending. Basically, don't be bottom Zeus. Don't be a
Exactly.
Don't be a simp. This one says, one might resist the divine, but it's very hard to kill a god. There's no shame in failing. Angels, demons are cut from the same cloth. It's best to not deny a proud being. Alright. I can roll with this. Okay, so we're at the start of number
Is
2.
this the second vessel? I think this is the second vessel of this run.
So I have to get to the tower again, which I do need reminders how to get there. Take night.
So take the blade, go downstairs.
Yeah. So I remember it's like the timing is pretty finicky.
Go
for this
Still
one.
listening to
Stairs.
reason. You walk down the stairs.
What?
with
No.
eyes with the princess.
No,
There's a heavy chain around her.
Then drop the knife.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hand.
Play.
Slay her. You can slay her here.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts. As
I'm
you
surprised
attack
she
around
like
her throat.
overpowers you at this point. Cause
That's because
No,
you gave her
not-
a moment to
not
prepare.
A
fully.
moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed.
Give up.
Flea is nightmare.
Nightmare.
Okay.
And finish the
you
job as
serious?
adversary.
As internal bleeding
Nope.
sets in,
It's not let me skip.
the blade falls
That's
from your
what's new.
trembling hands.
Let's go.
Clattering to the
You
ground.
did a different thing to get the tower last
uselessly.
time.
You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff.
What lungs?
And then she brings her knee to your throat.
I'm just a void.
She
We're
leans
mortal
into
right
it with
now.
the kind of
You do
weight
have a
you didn't
shape.
think her slight
It changes,
frame
but you
could
do have a
possibly
shape.
possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
All right, we're back here.
Don't be a simp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do we get the same
Your
voices?
honor, you're here.
Yes, it'll be the same voices.
Okay, proceed, Kevin.
A warning. She will. We might as well just.
Yep, broken.
Can we tone? I'm not being a pet. You're being
Basically,
if that's
let's
what
sip.
you want.
Let's not give up. Let's give up, says Broken. Let's accept our fate.
The interior.
Okay, so did I do mirror dialogue with this one?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so.
That's
you didn't
because
say
there
anything.
isn't. There's death. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
I think I've seen this
I'm
one.
sure that
Oh,
if we
maybe
looked
you
in
did.
there,
I think you
we'd
talked
just
to
see
Broken, but then you
something
didn't go
sad
to the
and
mirror, so it
miserable
just
looking
disappeared.
back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going. Though, for what it's worth, probably he knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Mm-hmm. So we just approached the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Yikes. Alright, take the blade, because I'm gonna go... We'll see where it leads, but I think I get more options with blade. Because if I feel like I don't do that, I'm gonna be, like, easy to simp. Let's not do that.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
She's just 50 feet tall, I can take her.
This
Now,
tiny
remember
knife
we
will definitely
determined
help me.
you're shrunk in this version.
Oh yes.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase.
Yep.
This is actually... It's still a stone basement. Her
Yeah.
booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
No, bitch!
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a
Chips.
few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was.
Thank
Now
you.
you
Crunch,
want
crunch.
to go down there.
Crunch.
It doesn't
New
matter
route.
what that little voice says. He's not the
The
one.
princess
making the
turns into a
decisions.
bag of chips.
So if his rambling is get you to the princess,
We get to
then
eat
you
her?
get you to the princess.
Revenge!
The princess is just waiting down there with a bag of chips.
Making your
It's
way
an
down the
ASMR
spiral
focused
staircase
route.
is a time-consuming and exhausting effort. Every step requires. The princess towers over you.
And here
almost
we
glowing in
have
the weak starlight. Her
the
figure
bag of
framed by a
chips.
stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
I'm not
The
scared of you
chain
this
is
time.
nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good.
I don't
it
think
would
you were
do.
scared of her
I
last
told
time.
you,
I think
it
you
was
were just
pointless to resist her.
Simp.
Yep.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
It's like Broken's like, yes! Dominate me!
He brought that knife again, even though you
Step
know
on
it's
me, Mommy.
useless. Such charming audacity.
Okay.
Drop it.
Nope!
As if on command, the
What?
blade slips from your grasp,
No!
clatters uselessly to the floor.
I hit tighten your grip!
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
Exactly.
I
This
have
is
a duty to
now
report
Top
facts as
Zeus
facts.
right here.
The fact is that you dropped the blade.
Game says
Of course we
otherwise.
dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle.
Damn it!
And your knees hit the floor.
You're still resisting. That's good.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again.
Trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
I don't know.
Speak.
Destiny.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
That's another thing you didn't mention in the woods.
Then you shouldn't have trusted
So-
us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then. And there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Uh-huh. Speak? No.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Bring it.
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, wow. All this leads to a different path I've been to before? Interesting.
No, she's not allowing you to pick those options.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, no, it's lol. You have no choice. Pick up
You
the blade.
reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Sit your bird ass down.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
I'm gonna need her forever. I hate you. Oh, maybe there's a way to unlock this.
No,
You
there's
feel a
not.
creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Foreshadowing?
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
No!
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Okay, now here's where you might want to save. 'Cause
Well-
this is where it'll decide which one you end up getting.
All right. We are
If you want
going.
advice or not.
I am going to go full defy. I think that's what the hint said. Slay the motherfucking princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice.
Ugh.
Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
I love it. Just heroic
I'm
one.
on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Again? Oh, we're gonna keep going.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Yeah.
Stop.
What?
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it.
The
Not
same
as an
offers
equal,
before.
but as something worthy to be kept.
Yep.
A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, how thoughtful of her.
She's so nice.
Mercy.
Nope.
She's so
Take it.
nice.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Yep. We are slaying because this will end the chapter.
No.
Yes!
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Let's go. I'm a badass again.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to
Ooh,
recover. Your heart
okay.
pounding with determination.
Let's go.
You plunge your blade into
You
her
slayed
chest.
the princess. That's what you said.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure.
I'm not liking where this is going. She's liking this?
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
Keep
It's not
slaying.
too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for...
Oh, I think it's too late now.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You...
Her voice
You
changed.
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes.
Man,
onto
one
the floor,
punch?
the ground
Fine.
breaking from the impact.
I had my moment of glory.
You had your
You
moment
lie
of
there,
glory.
broken, beyond,
Oh, I'm not dead yet.
unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well.
You did stab her like
She
10
looks down
times.
upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new. Something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch them.
We're not simps. Sit
The
down.
princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty. Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
She collapses to the
God
floor.
killer. Nice
Her
achievement.
glassy eyes watch,
Slayer
unblinking,
better.
yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending.
Oh, I did it. Okay.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over.
Woo!
Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We die peacefully. Oh, wait, no. The Fury.
Fury.
Mmm.
The Fury. This is not the unique one.
No!
This is shared with the
At the end
adversary.
of the path. Okay, what the hell is that?
Wow, the Broken's really fucked up right
He's
now.
upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
I can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Also, maybe you can talk about it later, but it's interesting how the princess lost her godly attitude when I defied her. Just went back to normal. Kind of.
Yep.
Yep.
She's whatever
I
you
mean-
think she is.
Yeah. There's also there's a really funny way to get to the Fury. If you do it through the adversary. The adversary can kill you, and you can just refuse to die.
Yeah?
And you eventually will get the Contrarian when you get to the Fury. And there's a really funny dialogue.
We're
I
just
know
stubborn
I
now.
said-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this. But from the adversary, you would get the
Contrarian.
Contrarian. Let me see if I have.
I guess we're gonna have to save the actual correct tower route next week, which is fine. But that just seems really tricky on how to get it.
Some out of context things because I don't think.
Alright, we'll keep going in the meantime. It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when it comes to a choice. Yeah, I'm taking charge.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
We died. You didn't submit to her. For all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
He wanted his Dommy, Mommy!
Aside from our sulking friend,
We
I don't think there's
refused!
much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever gonna change.
Ow.
Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Yeah, then what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Alright. Well, no matter what happens, it seems... Yep, we'll just go forward.
Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining. The interior of the
man.
cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was
like
once an
Castle from
elegance to its
Amnesia.
construction.
It's the Scarlet Rot. It's invaded this place.
Vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This time we can get the stubborn.
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more. What are you trying to say, exactly?
He thinks we've lost, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Sure. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I don't think we got a choice.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do
Violence!
whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Sure. Hulk smash.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
I'm really not gonna like what I
not
see ahead, am I?
surprised.
Oh boy.
Nope.
You step forward into the dark.
I have ideas, but we'll see.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Oh.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat. See how you've soured my once divine melody.
I guess we fucked up.
So angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
The hero,
It
of
doesn't
course.
matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls
Oh!
are painted in blood.
Oh boy.
A deep, sickening
she
red that
is.
drips down in clotted streams onto the charred
It's like a
corpses that
zombie.
make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning
And exposed heart again.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground.
Well,
And she pulls
no
her
hesitation.
red, glistening arm
Nope.
free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Oh boy. Let her in, you slay the princess. What happened to you?
Time happened. You happened. But none of that matters. We're together again, and I'll have my pound of flesh.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready.
There is no talking to her now.
Set upon your destruction.
Nope.
With a horrifying squelch,
Whoa!
you are unwound.
What?
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
Did our organs invert?
She
You
just
got turned inside out, basically.
Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive. Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
We're not out for the count just yet.
That's right. You damn cheater, give me my insides back!
But the words don't leave you
Oh,
to follow your mouth. Instead, what leaves you is a wave of horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical mouth.
Well, this sucks.
You don't have the means to speak anymore, do you? How tragic. It is tragic, though, isn't it? I'm not satisfied dividing fear and indignation from your eyes alone. A quivering mound of flesh is no companion.
She snaps her fingers, and the basic form of a vocal system assembles before you.
Now, little bird, what was it you wanted to tell me?
Oh, man. Yeah, I said give me my insides back. Okay, that sounds pathetic. Yeah, what's our end game here?
Your defiance robbed me of my end game. You desecrated my divine spirit and plunged me into your realm of flesh. The only thing left for me is your torment.
Just submit already. What is there left for us to do?
It's hopeless. Submit. Seize control of your body. We will not give up.
Skin flayed and organs cracked, you charge towards the princess.
She looks so surprised.
That's right. She'll never stop us.
Still you defy your god. I've made the mistake of underestimating your resolve before. Never again.
As you swing for her heart, what's left of you
Aw, already?
explodes.
Damn.
So that's it. It's over. Just like that.
Of course it's over. It's been over since the very first moment we laid eyes on her.
This is the final note of your discordant melody. You will not return again, because you will live in that single tone forever.
No! No! It's not over!
Oop,
We're
bless
a
you.
god killer! We've returned
Thank
from
you.
death itself twice!
Worried Flare turned inside out.
Didn't you hear me? We're not dead.
What's the difference? From many perspectives, there isn't one. But functionally, that is, from your perspective, the difference is massive. You are entirely laid bare, spread to each corner of the room, yet you are wholly aware of the state you're in. Incapable of movement, but entirely capable of perception. In fact, perceiving your state is the only thing you can currently do.
Nope.
You are preserved, perfectly, in the amber of her torment.
I had my mom call me real quick. I want to see what's up. It's probably more fridge talk. Give me a couple
Alright.
moments. Sorry.
Hydrate. Just the sound of buzzards.
Yeah. God,
Just
this
the buzzing
chapter.
of flies as we lay exploded on the floor.
This
Yep.
chapter used to be really short, like she would just kill you and that was it. But now there's like
Yeah.
2 different flowcharts just for the Fury.
Oh yeah, it's a lot more expanded. Like
It also really
design-wise
depends
and
on,
stuff.
Design-wise, and also like which voice you have basically
Yeah.
can really determine your route a lot.
Yep. What I was gonna say is the like divine-wise, this chapter is, interesting. It's very gore-heavy, as you can tell. But like story and personality-wise, this is probably my least favorite chapter.
That's fair.
Ironically, there's
really-
not much meat to it.
I personally like specifically what Zeus is about to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like the other thing of
I'm back.
the
Oh,
the
he's
30
back.
trillion cells. I do like that.
All right, here we go.
More than this. We've lost bodies before. We just have to lose this one and make another.
Well, how are we supposed to lose this one?
I don't know. You're the one who makes things happen, so make it happen.
Shed the bells for next. It gets worse.
Who said anything about getting to a new cabin? No, we make something new here.
It won't matter if you do. She'll just pull us apart again.
And preferably, we make something without him.
Absolutely not. I refuse to let you just decide to die with your task unfinished. If you die here, the world is doomed.
I can't do anything without a body. But you do die. There's a great release to use your grip on what's left of your flesh and blood. Okay. And yet, you are still here.
I love this.
Your Honor, where the hell are you? Are you already at the Princess? This place is different. Rotten. Death all around us. I want to go back.
So you've returned already, and I remain here. Is this our final destination?
The Princess tilts her head to look at you, and with a gesture, you are unwound. Again? Already?
Clearly I left you with too much room last time. Perhaps this cell will hold you better.
You know what to do. Again.
Die again. Again, you relinquish your body. And again, you find yourself here. But somewhere else.
Your Honor, she's gorgeous.
No! No, not you!
Absolutely divine.
You, guy who describes things, you better start saying what we do this time.
And what are you doing?
Attacking her, obviously.
Right. You charge towards the Princess and...
There is no spark in you, only matter devoid of life.
you explode.
Again.
Well, he's the stubborn. And again. You let yourself go, and you are living once more.
You're on a path. We are not on a fucking path. I have no idea where we
The
are.
cheated.
We're in the middle of a fight, so act like it.
So you are. Okay, you dive towards the princess and we're unwound. Yes, her head swivels creakily on her neck, fire in her eyes as your body unravels with blinding pain.
No.
Again.
Again! You have no body. You exist. You are reborn.
Your Honor,
No time. You narrate now.
yes, of course. Pristine blade grasped firmly in your hands, you fly towards the princess before she can turn to face you. We might actually do it this time.
I can feel that body of yours slicing through the air. How many more times will I have to scatter you?
As she turns towards you, the very essence of your being begins to flake away. Your muscles, then organs, then nerves laid bare and screaming as the rest of you is stripped of substance. Oh, boo-hoo. It's just a body.
It just needs to last long enough to sink this blade into her heart.
It doesn't last. You are disintegrated. Everything goes dark.
But there is no you to die. And my cursor changed.
How many times do I need to pulverize you before you finally understand? You are nothing. An empty void that dared to dream it was alive.
That feels right.
If we're nothing, then why are we still here?
Because we always have been.
Ooh.
If we're nothing, then how can we do anything? The same way we always have. Being nothing has never stopped us. Now end this. End her.
You cannot win if you cannot be.
End this. A force races towards the prince's exposed heart. Threads of texture pull from an all-encompassing nothing. Now we just go. We're using our god powers now.
How? I scattered the atoms you clung to, and there was nothing there to find. You can't exist.
The threads pierce her heart and cradle her spirit.
It's over.
Oh, I think I understand you now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do the things I did to you. I don't think I knew what I was doing.
She sounds genuine.
That's surprising.
They always do in the end.
How many people have you killed, Cold?
Oh, but I'm going to be okay, right?
No, don't give me that voice now. Don't give me that voice now. No.
This is the... I forgot about it because this was only added with the new update. But this is the only other vessel that you can get every voice.
Ah. And there we go. Fury complete.
This is the first ending that I saw somebody get.
Which is a wild first
Where did she
ending.
go? Should we try and find her?
I mean, it basically just
And there's that
foreshadows so much already in this one
Why is it
vessel.
here? Why now?
It's like, oh, I guess I'm a god too. I just beat someone who kept exploding me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
You don't need to comfort them.
I'll see if it's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Whatever makes you happy.
Same thing. Alright, let's get some commentary on this vessel.
Flickering lights and empty. Whenever you.
It was...
What do you think of this vessel? Where is that?
It'll be farther down.
Yeah, there we go.
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do
Yes.
not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Desecration, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So basically, I stopped her from being a god empress as a tower. She took that very poorly, and yet she's still...
She thought destroying you would make her whole again, but no matter how many times she did, it never worked.
Because I was more stubborn than her. Although, I feel like I got the best playthrough of it. I got to see most of that vessel. What would have happened if I just submitted? I probably would just died.
If you submit,
Submitted to the Tower or the Fury?
The Fury.
She tears you apart atom by atom.
It's like before.
And
It's a very extended torture scene, like the kind of stuff you avoid reading on FA.
Oh, well, I'm glad I
like-
avoided that.
it's a very long torture scene, and then it basically ends with her going, because she's like, she keeps torturing you, going, are you still there? Are you still you?
And
then
gradually,
eventually,
each of the voices give up from the torture.
And then the scene just ends?
No,
and then once you,
Or the stubborn probably chimes in.
no,
the
he eventually
stubborn
gives up
lasts
too.
the longest.
It's either broken or cold who can last the whole way with you.
Yeah, broken or cold can last the whole way, and then you get a really interesting scene where you can like give her mercy at the end and escape together.
Oh.
Yeah, essentially you're able to pull you're not yourself, but you're able to still exist because, you're the long quiet. We know what you really are.
Yeah.
And so eventually she just tortures you forever and it doesn't work and she just like collapses to the ground because she has nothing left to live for if this won't work on you. And at that point you can either finally stab her in the heart to kill her or you can take her out of the cabin.
But you can only get if you had been with the adversary.
Mm-hmm.
You also can have the Contrarian here, which has some fun dialogue that I sent in the chat.
Got it. That's cool, so I should definitely see that scene. Hopefully it's probably very graphic, so I gotta be like, okay, stomach it.
Contrarian also, like, I think kill her while she's tearing you apart. But the thing is too, with this one, if you ever, like, submit to her and then don't have the broken or the cold from the adversary, then you get the rewound fury, which is after unwinding you completely that you give up on existing.
Yeah.
She's saying, I just want to show you, like, I want to show you, I want to make you better. And then she ends up unwinding herself, and the two of you fuse together into one, basically.
Interesting. There's so many paths you can take, for sure, per
Yeah,
vessel.
the Fury is one of very expanded ones now.
Alright, well, but it's still the central theme. Like, either you endure, and she realizes how featless this was, or you give up. And then...
Yeah, and then she realized how pointless it all was.
Yeah.
There's no good ending for her.
For your return. We will meet again.
Alright, so... time for more strategy. Memories. Oh, wow. Actually, no, there's a lot I missed. Maybe that torture scene.
Because the whole extended torture scene and stuff. There's also, if you, so how it works is you either have to desecrate the tower by hurting her.
Yeah.
Or make the adversary feel pity for you and, like, mercy kill you. Because you keep just resurrecting as, like, a glob of flesh.
Or if you run away. Basically, if you refuse to give the adversary a fair fight.
Yeah.
Yep. But then there is an option where if you have the stubborn and went through the adversary, you can show up here and be like, round 3, bitch. And you, like, try to fight her, and she, like, rips your skin off first, and you keep going towards her. Then she rips all your muscle off first, and you keep going towards her. And then she rips your skeleton out, and you keep going towards her.
Man.
And then she's just like, how the hell are you still doing it? And then it's that same thing where you turn into the void and stab her heart, because you're still you.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright,
the
so...
Fury, I definitely agree that as a personality, there's not too much there. But I do think lore-wise, the stuff that happens in her route is really interesting.
Yeah. While you were briefly on your phone call, I mentioned, like, due to, like, the gore heaviness and the, unironically, lack of meat to the Fury's personality, it's probably my least favorite chapter, but design-wise, she's very interesting.
Yeah, she's like a demoness, kind of.
Yeah.
Compared to...
Demoness, and it also, like, has the really interesting things about...
Well, how do you describe her? Well, I guess imp, not pure flesh demon. And I missed a lot with the adversary. I just went straight to fighting. Man.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways you can handle the adversary, too.
But unfortunately, this is locked. So now I gotta go Spectre or Nightmare. So let me reread this one.
I would go Spectre, just because Spectre can go to either one of those vessels.
Got it.
You've already done the Nightmare unique route.
Moment of clarity.
Yep.
Because I ran away from her.
I would go Spectre. Yeah.
So this one, let me reread this. Oh. Accept my fate, kill myself. Ah.
Yep,
yeah. You resist her the whole way, but then at either of those 2 points where you can slay yourself, then you do it, and that takes you here.
Got it. Oh, I thought being the most defiant would be the way. I guess I was wrong. That's okay.
No, it was like the Fury's thing used to say, like, define an angel or a demon, meaning the tower or the adversary. So full on defying and desecrating one or the other gets you there.
When you cut something out of you, your PC leaves with it. And then kill your worst dreams, or be killed by the ghost of your past. That seems easy. We're gonna go back to Spectre. So Spectre, that one
Is you kill her
was
right away. No hesitation.
Okay.
Yep. Hesitation is defeat.
Okay, Sekiro.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Be down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
You step forward.
Don't give her a chance to think.
You lunge forward without a moment.
That face! What?
You feel flesh easily give way, and yes, but it's over. Is it over?
Yep, she's dead.
Of course.
She's dead.
Yes, exactly.
What if you doubt?
It's over.
Then she
If you
becomes
doubt,
the razor.
Then it becomes the razor.
With your work done, you make your. Why do I feel like we did kill someone? But that day isn't today.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return. Oh
Then,
no.
yep, this
What?
happens.
Everyone is fine.
I was hoping I'd get a better ending. Yep. Nothing happens here. I'm locked in the path.
Yeah, you're fine.
This is
Anything you say here is fine.
In fact, now that the princess has
Oh,
this
the
is what's
eternity
best
scene.
for everyone.
The good ending.
Time passes.
The quote-unquote good ending.
Hell
I do,
no.
But you're the blade. I can hear. He's right. Do you hear? Do you not? Don't you?
Yep.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world?
Nope.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped
Pick up the
healing,
blade,
the
stab
princess's
myself.
body is dust and bone. You pick up the blade.
Yay.
The end.
Woo!
Nice knowing you.
The speed run. Spectre time.
So last time we were here, you let her possess you and you took her outside. So
Which
don't
You're
do
on
that.
the path.
Don't do that.
Don't do
but
both of those things. Don't let her out of the cabin.
A warning.
So,
Did
to you
I?
to do.
Presumably.
I think so. Blade.
You take the blade from the.
And enter the basement.
Here it comes, her goofy little face in the ground.
door
I
of room
love
that
it
nobody's
so
hit,
much.
as
She's
I
just
guess
so
we'll just have to go down and
goofy.
see.
She's just a
As you
little
descend
guy.
The final step.
Just a little
Okay.
guy.
She's
Just a little girl.
definitely dead. It's just like I told
Just
you.
girl things.
Before you have a chance
Hey!
to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the
There
floor.
she is, like a gopher.
Two
Here for the girl
deep-set
dinner.
eyes stare up at you, followed by
She's
a
so
mischievous
happy!
skeletal grin.
She's just a little
But
girl.
finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller.
I love her
I
voice.
was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet
Yeah,
real
read that
enough
before.
that so she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I guess we can do that right now. Why not?
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade.
Shink!
It's like you're slashing at air.
Never mind.
Dude.
No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles
She's
you
like,
strike from,
"Dude, what do you
all
think was gonna
manage to
happen?"
do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything.
Gross, give me a
solid.
magical enhancement. Or holy damage.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
Oh! She's got
Oh
this.
god, okay.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finished the job? Or what?
Yeah, I died too. I'm not floating around like you are. What happened?
You don't look dead, Killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please.
Yep, same
can't
thing.
you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain.
Yep.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could.
Yep, they had this conversation
won't
before.
like how things play out if you go down this path.
I can just delay it. Yeah, so I already asked all this. I need to think on this.
Take your time. I know it's a lot to think about, but I'm very good at waiting.
Oh, well, geez.
Here's your time to think about it.
Okay. Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time.
Wow.
Did she?
Yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
That knife could have been for anything.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
That sounds like such a GLaDOS line.
Yeah, it does. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's dead. Dead things can't hurt us.
We're gonna tempt fate, are we?
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here.
She's just a silly
I don't
little
know what
girl.
to do or who to trust.
Oh wait, scroll down. I forgot about that. Just one of the options.
Slay the princess harder.
I love that option.
Alright. Yeah, you're supposed to end the world.
So, that's where the hostility comes from. I don't know where you got that idea.
Well, were you gonna end the world? Would you end it if you could?
Well, killer, what does it mean for something to end anyway? You ended me, but I'm still right here in front of you, aren't I? You apparently ended, too. Yet here you are, and you don't even look any different.
After seeing what you've seen, how can you be sure anything ends?
Everything here is so impermanent, always shifting. The end of one thing just leads to the start of another.
Things have to end. This sentence just ended.
Oh, come on. I'm floating right in front of you. Still here despite your best efforts. You can't pretend that doesn't mess with the whole concept of ending.
It's a yes or no question. Do you want to end the world? Stop dodging.
I already gave you my answer. All I want to do is leave. All I want to do is stop feeling trapped. I couldn't give a damn about the world. I can't even remember what it's like.
I think that's all the answer we're gonna get out of her.
Return. Okay. Okay, team. I have ideas. Thoughts?
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body. But those bones look very, very real. Maybe breaking them breaks her.
Ah.
Or maybe burying them would put her to rest. Don't take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually slay her. But we are trying.
Yeah, I don't think I want to take her outside. Because that's going to lead to the same ending. But we'll ask the question anyway.
Those are just bones. They aren't me. Bury them, destroy them, whatever. That dusty pile of death is just a reminder of what you've done. It's not a fix for anything.
Fair enough. Oh, we can just smash her bones. Sure.
You push through the princess and rush the pile of bones on the floor, swinging your fist down and smashing through what remains of her ribcage. The ancient bones splinter, then crumble, reduced to dust almost instantly.
Cool.
Even after what I've said, you still gave it your all. Such a disappointing choice. I don't think I like the person behind those eyes.
Whoa.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place.
Oh, she's crying?
All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Oh, now I feel bad.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as
Never
she
mind.
stares into you.
We're doomed.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
I'm not afraid of you.
Not yet, but let's see if you stay that way.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Really?
A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Critical hit from Ghost.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Violence!
You
No!
swing your blade
Kill a
towards her
ghost.
briefly corporeal throat.
I forgot to
The
buff.
gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound.
Oh,
But it's too little, too late.
Heart Ripper.
In
Their
her
worst
hand,
fate
you
is suffer than a
realize
broken
she
heart.
clutches your still beating heart.
The Heart Ripper? Oh no, I didn't realize Miro was in this
Did
game.
we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
One day
didn't you-
Zeus will get a unique route.
Yep,
Not
this is not the
today.
unique one.
But one
The
day.
Wraith.
Oh, but this is new, right?
It
It's
is-
new, but it's the one that you could get from the
Here
nightmare.
we go
Huh.
again. Off to slay her. Again.
Again.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We
Cheated.
kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost. We start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that?
No, we didn't.
Because you decided to
You didn't the
foist
first time, remember?
infinite tedium on us.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium.
Right.
You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes, and then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Fake. I want my money back.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Free her, huh? Yeah, why should we help you? All you're doing is going to lock us away forever again.
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
You sure?
Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything. I mean, he did promise. And you believed him.
I don't want to do that one again. We've been killed by her and been killed by her. Neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through the soup forever, eventually we're going to have to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things will be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
That's a reference
How
to, like,
convenient.
a
Everything
timer bending.
always comes
Yeah.
back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
That's how I felt at times. Well, weapons if you don't get to the cabin. That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own. Ugh, of course she does. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that. A delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is if you somehow
It's your fault.
to do it wrong.
I mean, it is.
How are we supposed to decide on anything if you just keep coming up with new rules? Since when is there a wrong way to slay her?
Alright, we're going to proceed.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like
He's had enough of our
somebody's
shit.
about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to...
He's done, guys. We're done. End stream.
We killed him.
Would you look at that? We won.
Yes.
Take it however you will. The interior of the cabin is long and dark.
I do love this
narrow
cabin.
hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
Oh no.
Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Give me the blade!
Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
I wish you had gone through the nightmare so we could have Paranoid here with us.
Oh.
Paranoid is fun.
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectation. Nobody is calling.
God damn it. I hit a thing by accident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was holding up an envelope real quick. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Right.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw.
I think I made for a good cheater
Your
voice.
fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Jeez.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
Time to be scared again.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Ah!
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with a terrifying visage of the princess.
What?
Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice,
There
her
she
grin
be.
carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, A little worse.
I gotta see my feet for the first time.
Maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
Do it for the choice.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Yeah, I killed you, then you killed me. We're good, right?
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
I wish I saw the rest of her body, but no.
Not on this screen, at least.
I'm a victim to all this too, you know.
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass. You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really. Enough talking.
No!
Time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
I have more questions.
Nah, she
remain
doesn't
pinned
like
to the
him.
floor of the
Oh
long
my
hallways.
God.
The
Whoa.
rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
This was, I think, my second
Her
princess.
torso stretches.
Oh,
and
hi!
her face is practically touching yours.
She still
her
has-
neck cracking audibly.
She's
as
not
she
all
twists
skin and
to look
bones.
at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
I'm to blame.
Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
I love that she's skin and bone, but she still has titties.
Yeah, you said it.
You're awake. Eyes
Still
once
breasts.
again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the
important. You gotta have
princess's
the titty.
command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
We're up.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
Oh.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere.
Yeah.
Throw ourselves into the abyss. Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Well, you have a choice here.
Yep.
It's your only choice of this chapter, I think.
I don't know. They feel really abrupt. I'm just gonna say we'll leave.
You toss the last of your will aside and surrender to the princess. Shit. Guess that's that. An end is an end. Let's see what it has in store for us. Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world. But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer.
Oh.
If anything, it's getting further away.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body till it is a piece of meat and feathers. I will be free.
Please, just let her out.
Yes. Let me out.
It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets...
I override you, DM.
It really is, isn't
That really is what it is. It's just like...
Yep, I'm in charge.
I placed your bloody hand on the door. I made you twist the handle.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
It's gone.
Oh, he really is.
He pieced the fuck out. Goodbye.
I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
I did nothing. He dealt with himself.
This is it then. The big moment. I just hope it's a way out.
Nope. And this is where we end. Oh, full body. The passenger, when taken against your will, witness your enemy's freedom. But as you step inside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear, are ready to cut all the way down to your soul. You are once again separated from everything that nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
We're us again. How interesting. We actually won, didn't we?
Hooray!
What is happening to me?
You are now
Yoink.
vessel food. And that's it.
The Wraith is one that I love the
She's cool.
atmosphere of it, but not that
Where
much
does she go?
happens.
No, not really.
Mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
What happens if you throw yourself down the abyss?
This
You
doesn't
fall
feel
into the
right. It
abyss.
feels
Yep.
different. Final.
And
It's going
eventually
to
she
do
separates
something to
out
us.
from you. Her model's
Nothing
actually
for
upside
you.
down compared to what we see now.
Cowards.
And then you end up
Basically,
with a long
she says
quiet.
you would. It was like you would rather kill yourself than, let me out. How could you hate me this much? And then she gets taken.
Yep.
So, definitely the most disappointing of the chapter 3 so far.
Yeah, because I honestly remembered the Greys
I
being
am a
it, but the
growing
Greys have
chorus
some
of
really
all of-
fun dialogue among the voices that I forgot about.
Oh, here we go. This vessel.
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Well, yep, because with the Spectre, she definitely was waiting for us.
You taught her that she couldn't rely on anyone, so she had to take freedom with her own bony hands.
Yep, somehow. So we'll be ready to go back and I'll look at the memories again.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet.
Alright. To the memories! Left side. A broken doll, a spirit slain.
Yeah, I think if you click it, there's really not that much there.
I got everything but one. Or two. Well, this will get at the end, but... You're the only person that can hold your demons.
Yeah, I think the Wraith might actually be the chapter 3 ending with the least going on with it.
Mm-hmm. So I can get here with the Spectre or the Nightmare. So the Spectre killed me. I'm guessing I killed the Nightmare to get here.
Yeah, if you kill the Nightmare and then you starve to death, I think.
Yep, because you can't escape the basement.
Oh wow, that's depressing. Something when you cut something out of you, a piece you leaves with it. We will get here. But now, next. We're gonna get Vord again. Oh no!
No. Last time you got Vord and it took you to the wild, so don't get Vord.
So yeah, your options here. You have a couple that you could try to do. Do you want to do that one?
Yeah, well, so I gotta remember how to get to the beast.
Yep, we'll guide you.
Blade?
No blade.
No blade this time. Got it.
Enter the basement. Down the stairs.
Oh.
See what I can do. We've read this stuff before. It's the soft
Only
princess.
making this more.
I'm going to check upstairs.
Okay.
Return to the bottom of the stairs. Slay.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the
there's
corner
the
of
beast
the room
thing.
and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's...
We've seen this before. Yep.
Don't waver. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, your blade cuts into her. Forget about...
And we slay.
Princess.
Was there another option here? I don't think so.
No, it's at the next point.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you seize a moment of... We can still turn this around.
Give up.
Now...
Oh!
Give up.
Alright, so remind me. Finish job. Razor, I guess?
No, finish the job
Is
is Witch, and then run is Nightmare.
Right. Be a coward. Finish job. Give up.
Are you serious?
Yes!
As what's left of your blade pulls around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
We were jerks. Hooray.
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer,
Alright, so
everything goes dark.
explanation. So the witch is because I betray a kind heart. But beast is just because I just lost the will. I see her as a
Betray and
threat.
fail.
Betray and fail, okay.
Basically, it's betrayed her for both of them. It's both of them you betray a gentle princess.
Right.
But one of them, you fight her as an equal, and the other one, she kills you brutally, basically.
Yep.
Or you
Like a
just give
beast.
up or-
You're on.
Who do I have
It's
here?
why the witch is sort of a
Again?
like
If he doesn't remember what... If he doesn't remember...
Oh, the
minor
hunted.
version of the beast, in that she has like the animal-like qualities, but is more human-like.
Mm-hmm.
While the beast is more.
Yeah, I barely saw the beast.
The interior
before I got
because you
bored.
stood still and got bored.
It feels like
Yeah, I
no
think we
one's
only
lived
ever
here
saw
for
her
a long
tail. We didn't
time.
even really see what she
Wind
looked like.
rushing in through cracks and holes.
All right, so we will. Let me see. Nope, not this. Oh my gosh! Hit the escape button. Other ways to die. So I guess we let it maul us somehow. We're going to take the blade.
Just don't get bored.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to take the blade or not take
from
the blade?
table?
I'm taking the
It would be
blade.
difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And into the basement. Right.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Did you save yet? If not, let's save here so you don't get bored.
Let me see. Okay, no, I think I asked the question, then I got bored.
Yep, and you got pounced.
Move. Oh, wow!
On instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Let us see her.
In an instant,
oh my
the
gosh!
spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
There she be.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Can't talk to her. It's pointless.
You can, actually.
Well, are you sure? You shouldn't have talked earlier because the narrator says she's about to pounce. You have I'll let you know you do have a moment where you can talk now.
Yeah, basically, as long as it's the hunted isn't saying you need
Move.
to move,
Right.
you're fine.
What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole.
Nope!
And I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants, just slay her. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
Just a beast-shaped princess.
Clearly not.
But why? Why do you want to kill me?
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse.
We've been there. No, thank you.
What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else.
Here we go.
We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Wow. Let me see. Survive. Wait for her to strike and hit her back. We're not staying still. We're not playing dead. Survive.
Jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
I don't think we can do this forever. Okay. We don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? What if we left together?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
Reasons
At least
for...
She's upfront about her intentions.
Yep. For non-beasts. Stop hiding. Yep, I'll sit to kill because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that's true.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
Let's see. Stay alive.
You're in her space. Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side. It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
You're bleeding now.
Oh boy.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Yep, we can't just run for the stairs.
Our game is nearing its end.
You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
Wait for her to strike and hit her back. I'm gonna try standing our ground here.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain and we are bleeding. Exactly. If we don't do something now, we're finished. As the princess lunges at you from the shadows once more, you tighten your grip, lashing out with the blade. But your injured side stretches and tears as you move, and you find yourself slowed by the sudden pain. The princess, Moore's unhinged and dripping, eyes piercing,
No!
closes in on you.
Oof.
You are.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not get
Guess
bored in
that's
this.
it then.
Damn. Okay.
Pretty sure you have to dedicate to one route, right?
Yeah, essentially all you had to do at the end there was choose again and you would have gotten it.
Basically, if you
Lunge to
want
the
to
side.
attack her,
Yeah.
you have to commit to attacking her every time.
Yep.
Well, let's see if we're running to the stairs.
She's right.
You're gonna get
there.
bored.
That's
Yep.
fair. She'll kill us if we try and run past her.
Oh, there we go.
You will get bored.
Oh, it's too late now. Nope.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
You cannot
At least she's coiling for. We're on the back foot. It doesn't matter.
So basically I can hit her back here.
Yeah, you can if you want.
This
Or
isn't
you
going
can
to work.
Fight.
We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive.
So it's a shame I got devoured there
Keep dodging her
because
forever, we're
I had the
going to
opportunity.
get tired.
Yeah, I
We're going to
waited.
Slip up. We have to take a risk. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten your grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Look at that. We wounded her. And she wounded us. Bad trade.
I see.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught.
There we go.
By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
The den. Oh, this looks really cool.
You're on a path in the wood.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, he's back!
We're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you.
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And how do you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here.
Pure jungle now.
Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Revenge chapter. Alright.
So the other voice you can have here is the skeptic, which is if you keep dodging.
Yep.
Ah, got it. Since I went for violence, I got the stubborn again. It's basically the same death, right? Just get swiped to death.
No, it's different deaths.
Yep.
Okay. Oh well. At least we're here. What's the plan?
Like I said, we're going to fight her.
But we're so small.
We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. And if she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop, that's all we need to put her on the defensive.
I want answers here. What is going on here?
I've told you as much as I can without putting you at a disadvantage. If anything, I've told you too much. Like that grumbling voice said just a moment ago, you've already died by her hands twice. You shouldn't need much else in the way of motivation.
Okay. This path is different than it was before.
Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt. If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin. Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much. Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you and for the rest of existence. But especially for you.
We don't need your pep talk. I'll make sure we pull this off.
Alright. Proceed.
You make your way
Whoa.
down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits.
You know what to do. We've already been over the plan. I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan. It's a better plan than you had last time.
I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing. The interior is dark and
Jungle.
overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement.
Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Is no one going to mention the mirror? What are you talking about? There is no mirror. There's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Take blade.
Yes, take the stump.
Don't have to take the blade.
You pull the blade from the stump.
But we're on a revenge mission here. We got killed twice.
To slay the princess
Violence.
and save the world without a weapon.
Good. One step closer to ending this.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
Smash!
You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement.
Yes!
Just yeet.
If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Yep. I'll listen to the hunted here.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
No, I want to see her.
Doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back as I think about what to do.
Alright.
Okay. What a time to step away.
Yep.
Like, I know we're about to, like, have a revenge fight, but...
I'm curious to see what he's gonna decide to do.
Yeah, because this could go a couple of ways.
Yeah.
Are you able to get the beast as a chapter 2 vessel?
Yep.
Yes, if you let her vor you and then allow her to escape, you escape. And then once you're outside, she vomits you out.
Ah.
And that's how you get the beast.
Yep.
But yeah, no, every vessel can be gotten as a chapter 2 vessel.
Okay.
And the way to do it is always let her out.
Yep. The recurring theme.
awkward silence.
Yep, just waiting here in the den.
In the den.
Okay.
He's back.
And I'm going to continue to obey the hunter. Let's lure her out.
You step into
Finally
the shadows
see
and
what she
are
looks
enveloped
like.
in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
And what? You're gonna turn around the second she runs for us? You'll get us killed, you pathetic fool.
There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape.
Aha!
Stop it! Fight her!
The conflict in your heart, though usually of little consequence, slows you down just enough. You don't make
No, that's it?
before you feel
Fuck.
the hot breath at your back.
I would
rushing up your
recommend
spine and
actually
closing
loading
in
the
on your
save
neck.
Yep,
there.
that's because you wavered. You were going in
there's
all
an
hunty.
Autosave.
Death again.
Because the
I
den
said-
actually has a lot of new stuff, but you have to stay... No, don't load that.
Oh, auto.
Go there, yep.
Just because the den has a lot of things to do, and I don't want you to basically not even see it.
Right. We don't have to do
So,
this.
She doesn't respond. It seems that she thinks you do,
Trying to
in
talk,
fact,
no one listens.
have to do this.
Oh, cool. We have a choice still.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes
That just
wide
sucks that it just
despite
ends like
the
that.
blackness, waiting for any sign
Because you're
of movement.
wavering.
It used
about
to
to
end
strike.
like that no matter what.
Oh.
With the near
But now there's
silence
stuff.
of a determined
Oh!
predator, the princess erupts from the shadows.
Whoa! Full chimera over here.
You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
See, I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear wreathed in fury, and beneath it all lurks something far more primal. Hunger. Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How unseemly.
I'd like to see her try.
The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity there is the clumsiness of doubt, a chaotic dance between impulse and restraint. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your confidence. And yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a
My
stalemate.
wing!
And then you start to lose ground. While your body slows, hers quickens, her wounds mending as she licks the blood of her prey from her dripping maw.
So she really can devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up.
Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit.
We die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct. She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you see it. Your opening.
Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
Embrace instinct.
You hurl yourself towards the princess's body,
Oh,
carving
now
into
we're
her
primal.
not with steel,
You're
but
going
instead
beast
with
mode.
tooth and claw. You are a blur of bloodied things that tear and rend. Yes. Yes. We are not prey. We are more.
More.
The princess howls in fear and outrage as you peel away a chunk of her flesh. But as the bloody meat slides down your throat, you feel invigorated. Your wounds burn less, you feel faster, more responsive. Again, the more we take of her, the less she will be able to take of us. There is no time to rest if you're to do this right. She tries to bat you away with her massive paw, but as it smashes into your ribs, you clamp your teeth around the limb. You give her no time to react before snapping it from its joint.
Damn! Hot damn!
The princess pulls back in pained shock as you crunch through bone, devouring the
Nom
arm that
nom.
was part of her. It's part of you now. Your wounds heal. That's disgusting. I don't want to do that.
Why are we doing this?
You were the one who asked if we
You
could
wanted
do
to go
this,
beast mode.
and if it means we win, well, we have to win. Victory demands we do whatever it takes to claim it.
I didn't think it would be so dehumanizing.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But we feel bigger than her now, don't we?
Ooh.
The feeling doesn't linger. As you choke down the last of her severed arm, she lunges, taking advantage of the distraction. In a frenzied flash of blood and feathers, she rips into your side, swallowing another piece of you. Weakness returns. Her arm starts to mend itself, fresh claws sprouting from developing flesh. We can't be small again. We have to take more. We have to take it now. You descend upon her again, jaws gnashing, desperate to regain your power. You both lose yourself in the rhythm of the feast. You devouring her, and she devouring you, mending and bleeding and consuming in an endless cycle, on and on and on.
Come on, just one more bite, then we'll have her right where we want her.
Am I really the only one who's not on board with this? I'm gonna be sick. The more you consume, the more the lines that differentiate you and her begin to blur, the flesh of your bodies twisting into warped reflections of what you swallow. You have to snap out of this. You can't destroy her if you lose sight of yourself. We are the predator now. There is nothing to do but embrace our true nature. But words fade into hollow vibrations as you and she continue to tear at each other in the darkness. There are no beginnings. There are no endings. There are no moments of calm. There is only savage violence.
Wow. Linear.
Did you say no endings?
But he does respond. He's gone.
But how are we supposed to know if we won?
I think everybody lost.
We'll never die so long as we keep eating. We can be forever.
But you and she are separated. Your flesh ripped from where your joins together. Before forever can come to pass. You lock eyes. You see an emotion there. Shame. What have we done? They ask.
Become the beast.
You don't get the opportunity to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And I want to load. What happens if I just go kill her real quick? Take the opening strike of the heart.
You hurl yourself towards the princess, your movement too quick, too bold for her to intercept. You bury your blade deep in her chest.
Yes, yes, we're going out in a blaze of glory.
Nature doesn't have glory. This is just death.
She howls in pain, retaliating with claws and teeth, desperately tearing, trying to devour you to make herself whole once again. Chunks of your flesh are torn away, feathers and blood and bits of gore splattering to the ground. But your work is already done. No sating of her ravenous hunger will be enough to mend her now. Though her flesh begins to seal itself around you, she cannot remove your blade from her heart. You and the princess collapse to the floor together, your bodies fused, entwined in a bloody mass of limbs and teeth. I wouldn't have it any other way. As the two of you fade, a new emotion creeps into the princess's eyes.
That's what?
Something akin to shame. What have we done? They ask. I guess that's it. At least we saved the world. Right? Right? He's gone. Everything is gone, except her and us. It doesn't matter. We won.
The prince's eyes speak again. I'm cold. I don't want to be cold.
Yoink.
I feel like this might be the better of the two endings for this path.
I think you would much prefer if you had gotten the skeptic and gone that route.
Yeah, the skeptic is the route where the whole thing of like trying to lure her out of the shadows.
Yeah.
You have to have the skeptic to go down that route.
And
Oh.
not take the knife.
No, you can take the knife.
You can, but for the one I think Zeus would prefer not take the knife.
So there's another ending to this.
Yep.
Instead of fighting her.
There's a whole other branch.
Mm-hmm.
Man. But I couldn't get it this time. That's fine.
You kept committing yourself to violence.
Also, there's no taking the blade doesn't lock you out of any of the endings. I'm looking at the flowchart. You can have the blade for all of them. With the skeptic.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get to another vessel.
This, that. Screw the mirror.
This is vessel 4.
Yep.
Oh. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the... Do you know it will find...
Very, very cool design. Very, very, very cool chimera design here.
Yeah, she's like a six-legged sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
You can see her a lot more in the other route.
Got it. Do you have thoughts on this vessel? But anyway, how do you get the skeptic for the other route?
You keep
You
dodging.
keep dodging. You don't attack her.
Got it. Man, maybe I ought to be less violent.
Maybe.
This one is consumed by instinct, a dancer moving to the rhythm of the flesh. She will make for a ravenous heart.
That's simple, but it was kind of a simple route
She
too.
wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself. But she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
I guess.
Yeah, when you have the skeptic, the den becomes a deeper vessel, I think.
Indeed.
Man, oh well.
Because if you have the stubborn, you're just feeding into the violence.
Correct.
Got it. I just didn't really get her. Cause I thought she went full beast mode. There's no getting to her. So I'm like, all right. I'm just going to end you and see what happens.
As we saw from the quotes, the den is incapable of speaking.
Yeah.
The only time you actually hear her voice will be via the shifting mound at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You mean right now?
No,
which isn't really her voice.
No,
At
but
the
at
end.
at the very end, when she confronts you with the den, you'll hear the
you're
den's
right,
actual voice.
Oh, yeah, I was curious about that.
The next time I will be here.
Well, I mean, put that down. If we have time, I can go into that and just extract that path.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to
Anyway.
slay her.
Memories. She's cute. I like this design. Now that she's stuck, there's nothing stopping me from ending this. Is this where...
That's part of the other route.
Yeah.
Did the part... Yeah, I did. So this actually activated. That's good. So I gotta
Yes,
see.
if you look at the one below it.
Maybe there's more to her than we thought. She left to die. Are we free? I told you not to flinch. I told you. Interesting. Alright. So now we have... Either I go straight for this damsel, or I can go check these other two out.
Yeah, you have to get either witch, prisoner, or damsel.
Yeah, so you have 3 vessels that you can choose from here.
We need to give the witch some more love. She was fun.
What's funny is that even after all these things he's gotten, Zeus still only has 1 from my canon route.
Is that the moment of clarity?
No, the Eye of the Needle.
Yes.
Really? You put her on the canon route?
Yep,
She was
she's
great.
The second vessel on the canon route for me.
Alright, so this one. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. Or, when you see the worst
No. If you want to do the witch, it's only that one.
Oh.
Yeah, the one next to her is the prisoner.
The witch can also turn into the wild. Which you already got.
I guess once... Alright, let's do this one then with the witch. I want to see her again. And just let me know how the wild's accessible from the witch after we go through that.
Yeah, there's one way to do it. Well, technically, there's 2 sort of ways.
Yeah, there's 2 ways, but yeah.
Put your heart on the line. Okay. Hopefully that's easier to get than when I'm thinking about it. So the witch is basically soft princess but betrayer.
It's what you did for the beast.
But you
except
don't
finishing the job.
Enter basement.
You know,
yeah.
the thorn is... Oh, crap.
No. The what? The nothing, that's what.
The nothing. I didn't say anything. This vessel is on my canon route.
As is mine.
Without hesitation, though your nerve.
And finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty. Can you feel those gashes and holes pulling you apart? You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The 2 of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence, as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken.
Yep.
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Right to the witch.
You're on a path.
Proceed to cabin.
A warning.
Opportunist.
Before you go any.
So we have his voice now.
The opportunist is fun.
Yep.
I say that about every voice.
The interior of.
Save here.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the muddy shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror, but he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right? You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't funny. You reach forward. Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone.
Yay.
Yes,
Right.
save.
This time, no blade.
Take the blade.
No blade.
Nope,
Take the
take
blade.
the blade.
No.
God damn it!
I thought
Good job.
no violence was going to be the route here. Oh well.
Nope, you gotta...
You have to take the blade.
God,
the
at this
blade
point I
from
really
the
just want to
shelf.
guide you because...
It would be different if we're grabbing.
I mean,
Well,
this is a harder
probably
route to get
that's
to,
not
I think.
Actually, a bad idea.
Also, this is new dialogue. You missed some of it.
Yep.
The door to the.
Okay. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. I'm gonna read memories one more time. Put your heart on the line. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yes, typically what we do.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Hello.
You descend the basement steps,
She's
entering the dark
creature.
room below. You can just make...
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Put your heart on the line.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
What are you doing, Flair?
So,
patting my
we've
cat.
dropped the pretenses.
You're patting him so
Good.
violently.
Yeah.
She's
He
acting
likes
like the
it.
two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
So
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
you're allowed to go through the explorers as much as you want, but we'll tell you before you make a decision.
Okay. I think I went through a lot of this last time.
But you didn't have the blade last time, so
Correct.
Oh, okay. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you made mistakes.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
Well, that leaves us at a stalemate.
But unfortunately, I need you if I'm ever going to leave this place.
Don't worry, the blade isn't for you or not for killing you. We gotta get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Got that face.
Yep, cat face.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
So I'm glad they kept the Sphinx motif for both of the possible paths from betraying a nice princess. So she either goes full beast or she becomes anthro, but just like snarky at you. But only because if she sees you as an equal instead of you lesser than her.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
We both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones?
You were the one who stabbed me in the back when I was still in chains. A dirty little thing like you doesn't get to decide when all is fair.
Why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do.
You won't be fine, because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back.
But she did. When I was unarmed.
Because you didn't have the knife.
Words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Give. Ah, I see. Put your heart on the line. So slaying the princess not gonna be right. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious.
But look at her!
Oh, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As
That's
do
also
I.
why you need the blade.
I, abstain?
You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right?
But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
New sprite.
So before you click anything...
Yes, so much.
You want to read all of them.
Yes.
Yes.
That's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time, I regret it, so now it's your time to choose. I think that's the correct choice, but I'll keep reading. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us to make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you. And this only feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. So my heart on the line is probably the first option, but maybe this option too.
Ah, like with the razor when we gave her the look.
You're beautiful.
Basically, no choice you do here will be wrong, but it will determine some things.
Yes, I would strongly recommend the one that has a bold.
Yeah.
You want to go down this
Clearly
route?
caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her.
I like semi-anthro girls.
I thought it was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it.
Blushy blush.
We didn't mean it.
Yes, blushy blush.
Did we?
If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves. And then she
Yay!
in your heart.
Ah!
What?
Zero IDs here. Hey.
Nah, come on, that's not right.
Hey.
I told you.
Welcome.
I told you this is what she was going to do.
Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
Well, she didn't backstab me.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Oh.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
Ooh.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
To be fair, the first time
The
I
thorn.
got the thorn.
The thorn.
Hand your power
love
to
the-
space character.
I love the
You're on a
thorn.
path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us.
But she regretted it.
I told you not to give her the blade. I told you.
Does
it
she
would come
always
around
regret
to
it, or
bite
only
us.
if you say she's
I
beautiful?
voted against
She
it.
always regrets it.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out.
Zero ID's hype
I
for the
just wanted to
thorn.
make sure that everyone here knows that I was
Thorn
and
is
am on the
It's
right
so
side.
good. I
fifth
love-
vessel in my canon run.
Fifth, really?
Yep,
Oh,
the
you're
last one you
far
get.
from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas
Ah,
we
Smitten!
should be
Welcome back, buddy.
Yes.
on the future.
This was
a vision. I like
this was
it.
my
Tell me
first
more.
introduction
Gladly,
to the
my dear
smitten.
fellow, by cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
So
I
much.
like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
She hates us.
Quick question though.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt, but the Razor's the only one where it can't end in chapter 2. But what about the Beast?
The beast, you get Vord, and then you let her you let her out. You don't.
Oh yeah,
kill
we
her.
talked about this while you were away at one point.
Is there a way to end with the Beast?
Yes,
Yeah,
she vores you, you say, okay, fine, you can leave. So the door opens for her. She gets outside, she vomits you out, and she's free.
Oh, that makes sense. That's one way to get her out.
Also, the thing of the choices there, where we told you to read everything,
Yeah.
is because you can either get the cheated or the smitten as your second voice here. Again, this was my introduction to the smitten as a voice, because I did the whole, like, we can be better dialogue of, like,
Yeah.
we can do more than this, which also leads to the smitten. And
Does she?
I immediately was just like, why?
We must
I love
love the princess.
love him, but I hate him.
Oh,
She's
he's
obviously
great.
gonna betray us this
Loves
time.
Smitten.
We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Oh, are you?
Freedom.
God, see, there's so many
Great.
lines here
So
that
you've
work if
obviously
she's
been
the
here
last
before,
vessel.
since you apparently died
That's
at least
fair.
once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Excuse me. We're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Yes. Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room. I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan. Trust in what plan? The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. And you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Well, a lot of back and forth, but We'll see. Screw the cabin. Weapons we just leave. Or actually...
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading. Someone's in the know. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty.
Except for thoughts of her.
Yep. Loopy thing.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice, so you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it.
I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything.
Freedom!
I'm here only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think.
Then we can all move on, and forget what I said about failure. It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
Here we go.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore.
What interior?
Burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here. Charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain. The promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Oh.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait.
No blade!
This is supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Alright, approach the mirror. Or...
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go, but there isn't a mirror. I still don't get his angle here.
Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place, and that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward.
Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it? You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
Oh yeah.
It went away when we touched it last time. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and keep our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh. I just want to talk. Really talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Save, 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 save. I demand it.
Because you want to see the scene, don't you?
I do. I'm not going to let him mess this up.
I have an animatic to send after we see that scene, too.
Indeed.
You probably have the same animatic. We're probably
I indeed do.
Probably not turn and leave, but we're going to go with... I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free if you let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Oh.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a
The
brief
guilt!
And I've also hurt you.
Definitely not that. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her, right here.
We do
right
the
now.
job!
We're being so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
Sit down, narrator.
I see that the lines have been drawn.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Wow. Let's cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
He can and he will.
But that's how you always end up on the winning side.
With my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
What a flip-flopper.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion.
That's
No,
right.
he just wants
what
to
he
win.
said.
Winning is
We've
what's
already
important.
given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm quick to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her.
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
What a guy!
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
Shut up!
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Zeus.
Yes. Yes!
Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely.
No!
You know as well as I do that we can.
We can.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
He's already gone.
You lean in and you kiss her.
Kiss her.
And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh,
No,
fine.
please don't. Oh, no.
Yes! Yes!
All the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion.
Enemies
Are
to
you making
lovers.
fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance.
Aha!
If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff.
Ah, yeah, baby.
I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment
Kiss her!
has passed for
Yay!
You open your eyes,
That's
the
the
princess
only
smiles
time you can
gently
kiss
up
her
at
in
you.
the game.
Time for you
That's
to
why
damn
it's
the whole world
so
to
worth
oblivion,
it.
I suppose.
That was nice.
Oh.
Her hand slips into yours. And
All
the
you
two
do
of
is
you
rub
rush
your
for
mouth
the
holes
basement
against each
stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously
Or no,
allowed
food
you
holes,
downstairs
that's what the
are now
line
blocking
is.
your only way out. Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Well, let's step into the thorns.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
We were in love.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
Okay, I do see
You
why
and the
you would say
princess
this is
hesitate
fifth.
at the cabin door.
Yes,
This
it's
is
so
your
perfect as the
last
fifth vessel.
chance. We've already made our decision.
We're just foreshadowing what we're going to do later.
We're leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Work through some issues and learn to trust again.
Two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
Murderers!
What do we do now? Where's everything going?
No!
Why is it so cold?
I can't help it.
I used to think that was like the best vessel ending. I think I like Happily Ever After more now.
She's
But
Well, there's
I
that.
do still think that
What is
that
that
is
stuff? You
one
better
of
watch
the
your back.
best vessel
You
endings.
can't get rid of me that easy. Do it then. End us all
Kind of chose
before
the rude
I
option
die
there,
of a
Zeus.
broken heart.
The what?
You kind of chose the
You were
rude
mean.
option to say to them.
Oh well.
You weren't even paying attention. You just were mean to them.
It's not going to bite me in the ass.
No, nothing has consequences in this game.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. It's time for climax. Oh, but this...
yeah, no, I do really love the
I
Thorn.
think you...
He's definitely in my canon run.
I think we asked most of the questions already, so we're just going to move our head.
If you want, yeah, you can just do Destroy the Mirror to skip it.
You don't need answers from that thing that lives in the mirror. It's an achievement.
Yep.
Now ask questions. You already know what you are. You are the long, quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All this is you. You knew all along.
I mean, yeah, that's why the mirrors exist.
What would the vessel? What would she say about the thorn? If you want to give me.
Hold on, let me find it.
Yay, climax.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this.
I can skip all
moment.
this, I think.
I've
Yeah, you
missed
can.
dearly.
I miss you too.
All right, here, Overgrowth can read it in their princess voice.
Yes, please.
Alright. This one yearns for connections she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Alone again, just like so. It's like it's a much better version of the Wraith from earlier then, of loneliness.
Yeah.
Ever the passive player, when the echoes.
Okay.
If
Challenger.
you're saying that it's violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
There we go.
A thought is a vine.
Oh.
And some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul. An endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust.
She sounds different.
When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me.
Oh.
At the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both. But compassion is a thing that must be nurtured. And you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
The reason she sounds different is because those lines were recorded, I think, with the pristine cut update.
Yeah. And if anything, you
So-
could argue the shifting mount has to make her sound louder because she has a very quiet voice.
How do I do that?
Oh, no, that was just
Oh.
like something you could argue from a meta perspective.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
The actual reason she sounds different is it was recorded later. Like with a better mic.
So what does this really do? Appeal, reject, argue?
Each of those ones, if you stick to continuously choosing that options, because essentially how the argument works is depending on if you agree or disagree with her, it sort of gauges a winner at the end.
Yeah.
And that just affects the dialogue.
Got
If you do I know specifically if you do appeal to your shared humanity for each one, she has an interesting response at the end. So if you want to hear that,
Will I still see all the vessels regardless?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Oh no!
Devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows.
I like her voice.
But we had a dance unfinished, and in the pitch black of the earth we found it.
Oh my god, I love her voice!
Of claws and the edge of blades.
Why did I hear her?
It's its own truth.
She's
It is
an animal.
The movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
I'll go back to that dialogue a little bit. Man. The dance is its own truth and it's the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
So yeah, you have to keep appealing to her shared.
Oh wait, there's more stuff up here.
Yeah, because
That's
that
the-
was a violent option because you killed her.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, there was something about getting all the violent options.
Yeah.
Anyway, shared humanity. This has always just been about us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again. We don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion that pain is suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
Violence, you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. You did not resist my violence when I overcame you. Did you understand
Shared humanity. There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality to the picture.
We are the whole of reality.
Oh my god. Oh!
Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
Theseus idea.
A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Oh, wow. There's a violent option there.
You killed her. Yep.
Yep. We're not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I still see you? Why won't you see me for what I am?
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
One more.
Dragon!
I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back.
That's so good.
You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new. Somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps. There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
I can see why she's part of your canon run now.
Yep.
100% agree. This doesn't have to be so big. You can come back down to my level. You can come back to me.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal. But ever-changing.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
Yep, because that means you won the argument.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center.
Transformation.
Open your
Yes.
eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
So if you open the log, that one line she says where you are unmovable, is it by design that our conflict that I cannot win, or are you just that fervent how you cling to your delusion?
Yeah.
I love that line because the is it by design of our conflict that I cannot win relates to how I view how the long quiet encircles the shifting mound.
Yes.
As if she is everything, but you're the only thing that can actually contain her.
Yeah.
We're the void. She's the thing that fills it.
Yep.
Two opposites, but we belong together. Okay, but we don't need to do that. I guess, yeah, I'll just leave with her.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Say nothing.
Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began.
Yep.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Yep. Do the thing. Leave with her. Get technically a new ending because she's not the stranger.
Stranger.
Yep.
And here we are.
The canon ending. In my opinion.
Yeah.
So
I'll
in
be
this
back in a sec.
case, take the blade, right, for that ending?
No. You
No.
do
With her, no, you can't.
If you take the blade, you either have to kill her or do the loop. If you want to leave, you have to not take the blade.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Yep.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
So good to finally see you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
I'm sorry
I
for all
don't
the
think I've
tension.
actually seen this.
You haven't seen
So
this?
I'm not sure if I've ever done the like sharp princess and then not taken the knife. I think I just didn't have it line up like that.
The first time we met, you stabbed me in the heart and I beat you to death with my bare hands. And it was fun. You really don't have to apologize.
Hey Shannon, welcome to the stream.
We both went a little overboard. But there's no reason we can't put it all behind us.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Can you put your dragon tail back on, though?
Yes! We'll leave, you can put it back on. Can you finally tell me your name?
I never had one. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
Oh. But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
I get to be the voice that sticks.
Oh, I'm back. Also, fun fact, the harsh and the soft princess each have different nicknames for you.
So...
What was the soft princess?
She calls you Quiet.
Makes sense. None of this is really fair for either of us, was it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
Which princess are you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
Which is interesting because she's part of her, but this is basically her heart.
Yeah, we're seeing the version that went through everything we did.
Gotcha. Whereas the one that awakened...
The one that awakened has seen literally the end of the universe and the creation of the new one and the end of the, over and over again.
But here she's more real.
She's only seen the construct.
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her.
And she speaks of it separately from her, despite being part of her.
But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you.
Not this time.
And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
But we just leave.
So yeah,
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Go ahead, Chris.
In the logbook, the very first line she says when you ask her what she thinks about the shifting mound, where she describes her as like she exists and she's everything, so she can't ever be wrong.
Yeah.
Is why I like that. Like from a gameplay standpoint, unless you do all the violent options, you can never get her to. Even if you win the argument
Yes.
from our perspective, she still doesn't relent. Because that's the shifting mound's biggest flaw, and why I don't like the ending of Ascending with her as canon.
Yeah.
Is because of that. Is because she's incapable of admitting fault. And
I mean, yeah, it's basically that she is everything, so that means that she is everything that's wrong, but also everything that's right.
Yeah. For her and the Long Quiet's relationship, to her there is no difference between love and conflict. Which on a cosmic scale, yeah, sure, but as a personal level, I don't think works.
Gotcha.
But that's why, like, I still do like the idea of, like, being shaped through conflict. Like,
yes.
I personally like the harsh princess more than the soft princess. Because the harsh princess to me seems more real.
Yes.
It's like, it's a reason that I really like the Thorn, and Happily Ever After. I know you haven't seen her yet, but
I'd point out both of those are from the Soft Princess.
I know that they are both from the Soft Princess.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
It's mainly, I know that those are both vessels from the Soft Princess, but they both are ones that have been kind of like, they've had conflict with you.
Yeah.
That has made them feel more real, which is, you know...
Yeah.
Like, I also really like The Prisoner because, you know, just shakes them.
I do think that, for like your last playthrough, Zeus, where we get these last vessels,
yep,
that you should start with the Soft Princess so we can get her ending, because her and the Harsh Princess have different dialogue in this place too.
Yeah, this is why I was saying I don't think I've ever seen this, because...
Okay. So next time we'll just go for Happily Ever After then.
Yeah, we'll start with that.
I've always, by coincidence, just always, when I did the, like, don't take the knife, I always had the Soft Princess, and when I took the knife, I had the Harsh Princess, just by coincidence. Now I want to go back and do that. I mean, I still have to finish the gallery, so...
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Bye, hero. I love you.
She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence, so this paradox here. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this as she still is. Then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Yep. Who's gonna open it?
Both of us. Together.
Ah, see, Smitten was right all along. You have to open the door together.
It's so good.
It's beautiful. It is legit the best ending. Although, remind me, so these versions we leave with, they are essentially the construct versions. So
basically, yes, the ones that went, like, you know how we have, like, we remember going through every construct loop.
Yes. Yep.
This is the version of her that also remembers every construct loop, but doesn't remember anything beyond the construct.
Correct.
And are we stepping...
The shifting mound, when she's awakened, knows what's outside, you know?
Yep. So, together, we're exploring this world, then. We're exploring the construct only.
Correct. No, you're
leaving the
construct.
Yep.
The construct's the cabin, right? So we're leaving. The world doesn't
have a defined like existence. We don't know what the construct actually looks like. It's just we're just in it.
But the construct is made, like, if you decide to leave it, you can leave it.
Yep.
Okay, so the whole thing with the narrator is just a bunch of bullshit then?
Well, not exactly, but it's kind of like every time you leave the construct in both the Slay the Princess or Ascend Together endings, there's a line that's like, the only thing keeping you here is you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is why I think if the two of you, even kind of as mortals, decide to leave the cabin, that it would let you out.
Yeah, it's the thing where even if you're gods, well, obviously it's because you're gods, you can forcibly leave.
Yeah.
But even if you choose to return to the mortal form, like this more mortal form, like the two of you do here, because you've touched that aspect of your godhood, you now know that you can leave if you choose to.
Mm-hmm. But you're still gods in the end. It's just you don't decide to act on
sorta.
it.
It's I think open to interpretation.
My interpretation is that you leave, because it's implied that if you don't, I like to think of it is that, because the narrator says if she leaves, she'll destroy the world. I think it's like the world is on the cusp of death. As this is all happening, death is still happening in the world. The world itself is just close to extinction.
It's like the Outer Wilds. You're at the heat death of the universe.
Yeah, basically the heat death of the universe is about to happen. And if she gets out, then it will. But you also can do this option, which is kind of like prolonging it, where the universe won't be destroyed. But things will continue to die and be born, and
For who
like
knows how long. Yeah.
Basically, I think life within the universe will be the same. Like, I do think eventually the rest of her will get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I interpreted that the god form of the Shifting Mound and the Long Quiet still exist and still eventually like get out, but they're no longer conscious because you two left.
Basically, they just become the concept of time and the cycle of life and death again,
Yeah. But still beautiful.
Because it's basically, the narrator is what made you conscious. The narrator says it's like, he took the cycle of life and death and he broke it in two and gave you a role to play.
Yep.
So he's the one that actually gave you consciousness, which is why the line of like, her long and short existence.
Yes.
Is like, you've technically existed for all of eternity, but you've only existed as sentient beings for a short time.
That makes sense. And in the narrator itself, they're not... I'm just wondering what they are. Are they like another concept?
He's just a guy. I have a
he acknowledges that. Yeah, he's literally just a mortal guy who figured out how to do this to try and prevent the end of his universe.
Got it.
He's already dead, so
he's an echo
narrator in the game is just an echo of who the creator of the construct was.
I think it's implied that he died doing this.
He specifically says that he killed himself, and that's all we really get.
Alright, so let me go over the names of the tracks real quick. I have Needle, we talked about this. Empty Void, I Dare to Dream Was Alive.
That's the Fury.
That's, Empty Void. I'm Taking What I'm Owed, yep.
The Wraith.
The Wraith. The Rhythm of the Flesh, The Den.
The Den.
A Kiss from a Thorn.
The Thorn.
Yep.
Yeah. The Unknown Together, which you already heard this before. Cool. Memories! There are 4 left! Hooray! And we're jumping to this, so I'll go backwards. This, and we'll end with whatever I missed with the tower.
Oh my god.
This is like the one you want me to see so badly. I wonder why.
No, I know. No, what I'm laughing is that by doing in that order, 3 of them are in the correct position for my canon route.
Oh, wow.
And then we're going to need one more, so if we wanted to do the den...
Do you put Happily Ever After as your first one?
I do, and I could go into a whole lore reason as to why that is, but...
Man.
Interesting.
That would go into the whole lore of why I do all the routes and have them placed where they are.
I honestly haven't considered what order I would do my ones in. I probably should.
Man, it ends abruptly if you just stab her or leave her.
It really does. It's kind of sad. But also, the thorn is meant to be, like, quite literally, the entire cabin is based on the idea of something, been burned down, but something new is growing from it. So if you betray her again, you're kind of just being a dick.
Yeah, it did make sense. So let me see. I know to get here. I know to get here from tower.
Yep.
This one I wasn't quite sure how. The guidance. This one I only touched the prisoner once, and from the prisoner I got, what was it? I left with her, I think.
Yep, you took her severed head outside, so she escaped.
So basically,
Okay, this is
you can just choose to walk away without the head.
That's it. Yeah, I think that was it.
This is original concept art of what the idea of the princess and the shifting mound as a combined being would look like.
Oh, that really, that is literally the picture I was going to
Which
show
picture?
Zeus later. Specifically, it's in the Discord chat, my dude.
Okay. I'll do it then.
It's terrifying.
Actually, I'm going to. I can save. I can't save the game now.
No.
But I was gonna load up something before the den so I can see that other path real quick. I think it'll be quick enough.
I thought
you have to go to the
we
beast.
Just do that as like our fifth path.
That
we're gonna need a fifth vessel.
It'll take a while.
True. Yeah.
Okay,
that
never
makes
mind
more
then.
sense actually.
So you want
we have a fifth vessel next time, so.
So you want the den to be the true den path to be my fifth vessel then?
Yeah, we can just do that.
Okay.
Or it could just be somewhere. Basically, it just has to be somewhere in there. If you want to do a different one as the final one.
We could probably do the den last because we've already heard what the shifting mound has to say about the den.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that we wouldn't have to have Overgrowth read it.
Yep. So happily ever after, whatever that is, whatever this is that Crows has me hyped to see this one.
It's so crazy that one of the routes I think you would absolutely love is going to be one of the very last.
Yeah, no, I think you'll.
Why?
Oh.
I wonder. I'm so morbidly curious.
When it happens, you'll know it when it happens.
I'm curious to why you think Zeus would like.
Oh no, he'll love it.
I don't know what the route is, so that's why I'm so curious. Like, what is it?
Well, you're confident I would like the tower, which I did a lot, and then I have the needle.
Yeah.
Eye of the Needle is still my favorite for obvious reasons.
Yeah, if you liked Eye of the Needle, oh boy.
If you liked Eye of the Needle,
I loved the Eye of the Needle. It's like easily my fave so far. Well, actually, right now I think the Thorn it takes first place for just feelings and emotions at the very end.
Yep.
The Thorn is so good.
The Thorn is Zeus when he's feeling sappy, and Eye of the Needle is when he's feeling something else.
Something else? I'm ready to fight?
No, another word that begins with F.
It's like perfect bedroom atmosphere, her. I kid. Or, actually, I don't kid. I am shameless. Okay.
And here's the animatic that I think you were also thinking of.
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, so I'll react to this off-stream. Let me actually go raid somebody real quick. But thank you all. It's finale week next week. Sad to see this game go, but, you know, it's going to be fantastic. So I hope you have me a list.
Some really fun vessels left for your last run.
You think so?
Again, three of them are from my canon run, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I'm trying to figure out.
This
I think
run.
I know which ones. It would be the Tower third, the Spectre third, and Happily Ever After, right?
Correct.
Thought so.
So let me.
Rest in peace to the Prisoner third. We still love you.
Prisoner third would be part of my canon run if I was choosing to become a god.
Got it.
That's fair.
So let me think. What did we do tonight? We did Fury, Wraith,
the Den, and the Thorn.
Right, just 4 tonight. God. I'm so torn on Fury. I hate the gore, but...
Fury is a lot better than it used to be. The Fury used to be you just died and that was it. You couldn't do anything.
Wasn't that the same thing with the den? You said it's just
Kind of. The den you could still choose to either run away or fight.
Yeah.
But it would get cut off pretty quickly, whichever one you did.
Alright. Let's see. Who to raid right now?
Oh yeah, what happens if you do run away in the den and it just ends?
It just ends.
Does the princess still
Well,
get,
no.
does the mount
If you
still
have
get the vessel?
if you you would still get the vessel, but if you have the skeptic, because the whole thing is that you can either get the skeptic or the stubborn. The stubborn will tell you to fight, the skeptic will tell you to lure her out of the shadows. And if you listen to the voice that you have, it unlocks like a whole other branching path thing.
Sorry,
So,
tell
like,
me with the skeptic, if I go and fight, it just ends because I just.
it just ends, yes. But with the skeptic, if you try to run away, you get a whole branching path there, just like you did with the stubborn and fighting.
Correct.
Cool. All right, well.
There are a lot of them that I've noticed with the pristine cut that the voice you get, like changes the route a lot more.
Mm-hmm. All right, we will talk off stream. So sorry. Thank you for joining me. Another Elden Ring doubleheader, normal schedule, because I thought I'd be busy Sunday, but I won't be. So Friday, Sunday, stay tuned for that. I will catch you all.
See you then.
Yep, and
Pyrrhus
then
Zeus, the never-ending streams.
Hey man, it's been great in Elden Ring. Like I'm feeling it's that part of the FromSoft game. I'm just feeling my element now. It's great. And then with Slay the Princess, obviously, it's going to be an epic finale. Cannot wait for that. And after that, it's Okami time. So, lots to look forward to.
Yeah, Okami.
Yes, and I'll have a very, and I mean very, special guest for that stream. So, stay tuned for that. All right.
Someone other than DJ and me.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. I'm not going to spoil it. All right, bye.
All right. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Buenas noches.